Wife and daughter looking on, Russian arms dealer Viktor Bout pointed at the federal agents who captured him and said, "God forgive you. Time will answer for me, my country, and my compatriots." He also told an American judge, "I never intended to kill anyone or sell any weapons." Bout's 25-year sentence was the minimum allowed for his crimes of conspiring to sell weapons and kill Americans.
He was prejudiced in the eyes of an American jury who heard terrible language about killing Americans. He was trapped into saying those awful things about Americans because he intended to sell airplanes.
Bout was arrested in Thailand in 2008 after an elaborate international sting operation. U.S. agents posed as arms buyers for a Colombian rebel group on the U.S. terrorist list, saying they planned to shoot down American helicopters. Bout was recorded agreeing to supply what prosecutors described as an arsenal of weapons fit for a small country. Prior to his arrest, Bout was accused of fueling conflicts around the globe in countries like Liberia, Congo, and Afghanistan, supplying illegal weapons to accused war criminals like Charles Taylor.
I'm very disappointed in the sentencing. I expected a life sentence. For the enormity of bloodshed that's on Viktor Bout's hands, I think the judge made a case that the prosecution failed to bring up his violent past, the crimes that he's committed under U.S. jurisdiction. The facts presented before her were very weak, and therefore she gave the lightest sentence possible.
Bout's wife said her husband's case was politically motivated. He even worked for the U.S. government during the Iraq War, despite international and domestic sanctions against him.
Unlike many people present in the courtroom, I was expecting the sentence because during all the process, I didn't hear any evidence presented to the court that would prove Viktor's guilt. There was no evidence besides the conversations in Bangkok.
In addition to his jail time, Viktor Bout has been ordered to pay the court $15 million. A group of humanitarian organizations is planning to sue the U.S. government for failing to enforce sanctions against Bout in the past in the hopes of getting some of that money to his victims. Kristen, Saloomey, Al Jazeera, New York.